Ladies and gentlemen, people of the world, this upcoming music video is about the plight of elephants being poached in the wild and how important it is for conservation efforts of captive elephants to be taken care of in captivity in order for them to survive. We have spent several days at the Elephant Ranch here in Florida learning about the elephants, how they care, how they think, and how they have such enormous feelings. So sit back and enjoy a music video about 96 elephants being poached today on our planet.
I'm 31, over 10 feet tall, 12,000 pounds, ain't scared of nothing at all. My name is Luke, I'm the lucky one. I live with people that I call my friends, and it's safe here. Yeah, it's safe here. But for all my brothers and all my sisters back in the homeland, it's just fear and disaster. So can you help me? Can you please speak for me and get a message to this crazy insanity? So what's wrong with these people? They're killing my family. They hunt and kill us both with spears and guns, 'cause all they want is our ivory. 96 elephants a day disappear on our land. We can take on every animal God made except the animal in man. Except the animal in man. Our tusks are strong, they're what we need, but all you wanna do is take our seed. My wife and kids, I keep them close to me, but it doesn't matter, you still make them bleed. You hunt them down, hack off their face, all in the name of your ivory trade, all in the name of the human race, all in the name of the human race. But for all my brothers and all my sisters back in the homeland, it's just fear and disaster. So can you help me? Can you please speak for me and get a message to this crazy insanity? So what's wrong with these people? They're killing my family. They hunt and kill us both with spears and guns, 'cause all they want is our ivory. 96 elephants a day disappear on our land. We can take on every animal God made except the animal in man. So what's wrong with these people? They're killing my family. They hunt and kill us both with spears and guns, 'cause all they want is our ivory. 96 elephants a day disappear on our land. We can take on every animal God made except the animal in man. Except the animal in man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in and watching our music video about 96 elephants. Filming this video was just the most remarkable thing that I've ever took part in. Learning how to take care of them and how much work it goes into just taking care of elephants in captivity and in the wild for conservation. Without captive elephants and people who love captive elephants, their future looks very dim. So get on allaboutelephants.com, ladies and gentlemen, and help us support the captive conservation of elephants and help us raise money in order to hire rangers to protect the elephants and their families in the wild, so future generations can enjoy these things being on our planet for hundreds of years to come. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, get on allaboutelephants.com. And let's help Luke help his family.
90 miles of hard highway, drove my bike to the break of day. I don't care how far I go, just as long as I can let you know. You've got a guardian, showing love for every hurting son, showing love to every little girl trapped in a lonely world. You got a guardian, yeah, yeah. You got a guardian along your way. Little children being learned and beat. Can you turn your back and can you sleep? Well, it's up to me and you, the lone biker and the banker too. You've got a guardian, showing love for every hurting son, showing love for every little girl trapped in her lonely world. You've got a guardian, you've got a guardian along the way. Oh, leather jacket or three-piece suit, cotton gown or cowboy boots. Don't matter about the clothes you wear, let the kids know that you care. You've got a guardian, showing love for every hurting son, showing love to every little girl trapped in a lonely world. You've got a guardian, showing love to every hurting son, showing love to every little girl trapped in her lonely world. You've got a guardian, you've got a guardian along your way.
The mission of Guardians of the Children is to recognize and react to child abuse and educate the public to do the same, to serve as advocates to provide strength and stability to families in crisis, and be an answer to the prayer of an abused child or teen for courage, support, and protection. Don't let your silence drown out their cries. She had rich taste, she felt the blood running through her veins. She liked the life she had, she loved her big cats and the beauty of being untamed. Well, everything was fine, just as sweet as wine, but her husband went and disappeared.
there's something wrong here. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Oh, mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. You can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Oh, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Oh, Mama made this for you. If you're ever down in Tampa on a big cat refuge, don't pick a fight with your wife. 'Cause it's a big 40 acres, and if you're not careful, you'll be gone in the blink of an eye. No bones, no remains, but that won't change the fact that Dawn sure ain't coming back. But you can't prosecute, there's just no use. There's nothing left but tiger trap. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Well, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Well, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Well, Mama made this for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Well, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. You can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Mama made this for you. Mama made this for you. So here I am, standing with you. My true loves were men, but I'm just like you. I've lived my life the best that I could. I've done a lot of things wrong, but I've done some good. For all of my lovers, for all of my friends, this is their song. gift to them. So this is my life, put into words, put down on paper. What's so absurd? All that I've done, it comes down to this. It's been taken away from me by this damn disease. So this is goodbye. Blessed with some good friends, they're here till the end. We cry and we smile, then we cry again. Well, I'm not a weak man, I'm not easily beat. This cancer has broke me down to my knees. So this is my life, put into words, put down on paper. What's so absurd? All that I've done, it comes down to this. It's been taken away from me by this damn disease. So this is goodbye. It don't take no Sherlock Holmes, just common sense and what you know. Why break a cage when you got the key? We'll blame it all on Terry. You can't believe all you see. You can't believe all you read. I knew the man, I know the drill. There's something wrong in Zanesville. Could this all be about some land? what they want and what he had. And the deputy who sold the gun just blame it all on Thompson. You can't believe all you see. You can't believe all you read. I knew the man, I know the dream. There's something wrong in Zanesville. Whoa, there's something wrong, there's something wrong, there's something wrong. They can come for you and come for me, draped in self-righteous democracy. In this wasteland of the free, America, my country. You can't believe all you see. You can't believe all you read. I knew the man, I know the dream. There's something wrong in Zanesville. You can't believe all you see. You can't believe all you read. I knew the man, I know the dream. There's something wrong in Zanesville. There's something wrong in Zanesville.
Joe Exotic TV is a licensed member of the U.S. Press Association. All video footage is owned and played by White Monkey Productions. Some scenes may be reenacted or recreated, dramatized, or made up for purposes of entertainment only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to JoeExotic.tv here on this Thursday evening, back on the air. You know, there's a whole lot of controversy going on out there today between Ohio, the elections, Paul, the whole 9 yards. Let me start out by just explaining a few things to a whole lot of people here around the world. I have a full-time job myself. I finance most of this myself. I have 214 tigers and 400 other animals to care for. I have to campaign. I have to raise money. I cook supper for my husband every night when I'm home. I mow the grass. I clean the cages. I travel all over doing last wishes for dying people. What is wrong with some of you people that think that your lives are so full that you can't spend 15 minutes on social media or 30 minutes out passing out bumper stickers or something else to keep your rights? Penny came down here for a few days along with Ann and a couple other people, and she rode to the rally in Texas with me, and she hung around here and saw that I run 90 miles an hour trying to get all this done in a day. So I don't know where anybody can have an excuse that you've got such a busy life that you can't fight for your own rights. Not to mention, a whole lot of you are either scared, ashamed, or just too lazy to share and post, comments on the videos or get out there and campaign on social media. One of the big problems is, and I'm going to call some people out tonight. I have a gentleman sitting here all day long sharing all these videos on different places on the internet, and people that send me 15 links a day want me to do something. An African, I've never seen a share on your wall of the videos, because I go through the shares every morning and every night when I'm laying in bed. I am not a puppet for anybody. Okay? Understand that. I'm in this fight for myself and the American people, not just the exotic animal world. And maybe it's time we break away from the exotic animal world for just a little while and search out some people that raise cows and raise horses and chickens and ducks and sheep and pigs and go fishing and go hunting and try and get a new group in here, because obviously we are never going to get anywhere depending on exotic animal people. I have some phone calls that I'm going to play tonight after the video message, and I'm going to let you hear just the assholes that I have to deal with in this organization and this industry, because it goes on all night long. And there has been charges, federal charges filed against one of these people, and I am not going to tolerate anything from anybody. I ain't scared of anybody or anything. I walk in a cage with 16 tigers every day of my life, and they don't scare me. And if you think some big mouth jackass in Ohio scares the hell out of me, you got another thing coming. Ginger doesn't scare me. Carol Baskin doesn't scare me. I believe in what I'm doing, and if it comes down to it, I'm willing to die for what I'm doing. But I am absolutely ashamed that the exotic animal world can own $6,000 animals, or $35,000 giraffes, or $250,000 elephants, and they can't fork up $10 to help keep your fucking rights. So I'm going to start tonight's show out with video message number 179. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 179. I know there's a whole lot of people out there that had no clue how determined I am to keep this up. 179 videos in a little under 200 days. And I still got 5 months to go, and you can bet your ass I'm not going to stop. But today we're going to put a little bit of politics aside for just a second, and we're going to talk about the animal world for just a minute. You know, you ruin yourselves on social media out there more than the animal rights people ever thought of. Y'all put posts bitching about this person done this person done that. I don't like this person, I don't like this person. The only people that you shouldn't like would be PETA, the Humane Society of the United States, Global Federation Animal Sanctuary, and Carol Baskin and Tippy Hedren that's trying to take your rights away right along with Pat Craig. I don't know how many times I got to tell you people that this facility is one of a few that we have offered to stand up and take your animals for free, board them for free, until you can get a safe place or a permit to take care of them. And now the state of Ohio, Carol Baskin, the Global Federation Animal Sanctuary, is going to raise another $100,000 if they don't kill that chimpanzee and those tigers and those mountain lions. Do not cry on my shoulders, or do not get out there on social media and feel sorry for yourself if your animals get taken away. All you have to do is hit the goddamn share button, speak up and comment, because they're coming after you. The only way it's going to stop is if me or Donald Trump win this election. Because we both hate the animal rights people, along with a whole bunch of other problems that's going on in this country. Crooked politics, lobbyists, people sitting in Congress for 40 plus years. But I'll tell you one thing, there was a warrant issued today for the arrest of one of the beloved animal people that love the animal industry so much they could approach me with a gun and death threats and then turn and help Carol Baskin. That's what you have to worry about letting people in your world, ladies and gentlemen. And now I got another guy over there in Ohio that y'all are aware of. Got his daughter calling me on the phone at 10:30 at night. What's wrong with you and my dad? I'll tell you what's wrong. When somebody throws their first punch at me, I'll be goddamn if I'm going to sit back and let it happen. Retaliation and recourse is something that I live for. So you got some choices. Sit out there and keep your mouth shut and let me fight this and you get your animals taken away, or you animal people need to unite. I don't care if it's the reptiles, the cats, Shamu, or anything else. Everybody's in the same business while everybody's getting ripped off by these certain organizations. And it's time we stop it. Governor Kasich's out of the way for right now, and God forbid Donald Trump even think about him as a vice president. But I can tell you one thing. Me, Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump, and Hillary Clinton are in this for the long haul. And we will be putting a post out on Facebook later on tonight with what states we need what done in. Ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be on that ballot. And we're going to fuck up some votes until somebody listens to our voice. And that's just how it is. So it's a fair warning to all of you people out there on social media. You throw my name out there talking shit, you can guarantee you I'm going to buck up. Just like you'd expect a president to buck up if somebody was bullying you. Because online bullying, because you're too goddamn lazy to build a cage and get a permit, or ship your animals out somewhere safe because you think you're a badass, it's your own problem, not mine. But I'll be damned if I sit back and let you trash me. Get on www.joeexotic2016.com, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter who I piss off or who I offend. I'm fighting for what's right. Whether you're a woman or a man and you want the equal insurance, or you want equal rights in labor, or you're a transgender, gay, lesbian, bisexual, I don't give a fuck. Black, white, purple, green, Muslim, we are all going to be treated equal in this country. Last but not least, I'd like to say thanks to the Garvin County Sheriff's Office for finally stepping up and getting some work done behind this gun threat for a presidential candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, you have the right to vote for whoever you want, and you have the right to voice your opinion when somebody's not doing their job. And you also should have the honor to step up and say thank you when they do. So hats off to the Garvin County for getting this warrant issued to get this bastard put in jail. I'll see you tomorrow for video message number 180. Now, yesterday I put a post up on my Facebook, and I'd like to put a retraction on there because all you can do is accept what the news media puts out about Cindy Huntsman getting her animals taken away by the ODA. Today, a judge ruled that they have to return those animals to Cindy Huntsman because the ODA broke the law and took those animals away from her when she had a court hearing set for August. The problem is they still got the animals, and they continued to take those animals for 2 more weeks. A judge ordered Kenny Hedrick's animals to be returned to him too. Did the ODA return them? No, they killed Leo, and they sent the animals on and broke the law just like they did for Cindy Huntsman. So, we'll have to wait and see whether or not Cindy gets her animals back safe and sound alive. If she does, congratulations. If she doesn't, it goes back to the same thing with some other animal owners over there in Ohio that should have sent those animals off when they were in a desperate need of getting seized. All we can do is report and go by what the local news media in Ohio does. I'm not there. We depend on you to relay the messages and the information in order to fight these laws. Now, if Cindy Huntsman would take the chance and the opportunity to file a lawsuit for discrimination, just like we did against the ALDF in the state of Louisiana, and win Louisiana, she could put this thing to rest for the entire state of Ohio. And that's what we're hoping to do with Kenny's case, taking it all the way to the Supreme Court, because it is discrimination, and it is theft of private property. Whether they want to pass a ban law or not, they have to pass it fair for one and fair for all. You cannot exempt some people and take their rights away from others. And that's exactly what we're fighting for. But here later on the TV show, I'm going to play you some phone messages from some very polite people that do nothing but hound and stalk me online and on my personal telephone from the state of Ohio. And you bet your ass I'm calling them fuckers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. I'm a big enough man to delete a post of something that was misquoted in the newspaper. She got a judge to order her animals back, but they're going to take 2 weeks to do that. A lot can happen in 2 weeks. Kenny Hedrick had his orders to have the animals sent back, and you see what happened to them. They butchered one, and they sent the rest off for all these other fucks to earn money and raise money off of people's animals. So it ain't over yet. Those animals ain't safe and sound until they're loaded in her trailer and sent back there. But I'll stress, I don't know how many times, instead of sitting on your ass thinking that they're going to overlook you and let your animals be the victim of being euthanized, used for a scam, and confiscated, it is your fault. No one else's but yours, until we can fight these laws and we can get some shit turned around. But we can't do it with 29 people logged on chat. We got over 40,000 people watching this show right now worldwide. And the United States is logged on full blast. And it's time somebody steps up. Whether you step up or not, don't think that I'm ever going to drop out of this, because I'm not. When I start something, I finish something. And we'll get there one way or another. And we still have another term in 4 more years, because we've learned a lot during this term. But I'm going to play you some messages from my telephone. And be warned, I record every damn thing. And you ever call me and abuse me on a telephone or bug me about stupid shit like this, I'm going to air it and make you look like the ass you are. Because I was in bed last night at 10:30 when somebody gave somebody else my cell phone so they could ask a question that they already know the answer to. I don't give a shit what Michael Stapleton does. I haven't posted about him in weeks, and I never threw the first post out there. He's the one that threw the first post out there because we wouldn't give him the $10,000 to hire just a lawyer for his cause. How much money did he put in that auction that we put online and raise that money for? I think he bought one or two things and expects the rest of the world to pay his bill because he wouldn't get off his ass and do what the state wanted him to do or ship his animals out to a safe and secure location until he did. So he signed them over, and then he accused them of stealing them. So here's some voicemail messages off of my telephone.
Joe,
Yeah.
this is Tabitha Sisson, Mike Stapleton's daughter.
Uh-huh.
What is going on between you and my dad?
Because your dad's an asshole.
No, he's not.
Yeah, afraid so. You know, he's been dogging me for years, and then when he gets his animals taken away, he wants Joe's help. And Joe raised the money for Ohio 3 times and got fucked all 3 times. And then your dad expects me to pay his lawyer bills because he can't build cages and get a permit? He can kiss my ass. That's what's wrong with your dad.
My dad's good people, Joe.
Well, then he needs to grow up. How did you get my phone number?
My dad?
Yeah, well, he was blocked for the same reason. So tell the man to grow up. And he wouldn't have a problem with me. But he's talking shit on social media like a 5-year-old.
So did you.
No, your dad threw the first punch. Listen to me. Your dad threw the first punch, honey. And I ain't going to let nobody throw a punch at me and not take it back.
I just don't understand what you guys
Well, tell your dad to grow up. I don't even know why you're calling me.
I don't understand why you just hang up.
Because I'm done talking about this. Your dad's an ass. He needs to grow up, and it's not my problem.
My dad is not an asshole.
Then quit calling me.
Like talking to him.
Quit calling me.
Instead of acting like that.
Quit calling me.
I didn't do anything wrong, Joe.
I do not have anything to do with you, your father, or his problem.
Obviously, you don't care about the American people like you want to.
I do care about the American people, but your dad's an ass.
My dad is not an asshole.
Then tell him to grow up on social media because it's making.
People.
He is making an ass of himself.
You're sitting there and saying shit about him just as much as he is you.
What? You know what?
Sit there and say.
Have a nice night. Do not call me again. Hello? You know it's coming, asshole. Yeah, you know you're being recorded too, right? Keep it up. You got anything else to say?
Hello, I guess you put your foot in your mouth again, dumbass.
Who?
You.
Why?
Because those animals are going back to Ohio.
Oh, I just sit here reading that.
Yeah.
How did I put my foot in my mouth? Because the article said they were seized.
Yeah, because you said Ohio's a bunch of fuckers.
No, I said that she fucked around and she waited too long to get her permits.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You're a dumb fuck.
Who is this?
You are the dumbest fucker ever.
Who is this?
It is so amazing to get phone calls like that, and they're too chicken shit to say their name. But you know what? They're too stupid to call from the same phone number. That was Mike's wife. I'm done with it, okay? I'm absolutely done with it. The next person that calls me is going to get their shit put on TV and social media because I'll be damned if you call my personal cell phone or the business or anywhere else and you attack me for everything that I've done for this exotic animal world. Because you know what? I can turn animal rights that fast. And I'll guarantee you I'll get a whole lot more donations out of them than I'm getting out of you. So you got one choice. Step up and fight or shut the hell up, because I'm not going to tolerate it. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, a documentary that some of you have been waiting on. So, hi, how many of you ever been here before? A couple of you? Cool. Get in here. Who does not have a personality? Sense of humor. The hell out. This is not SeaWorld. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to the Gerald-Wayne Interactive Zoological Park. My name's Joe Exotic, and this is Thunder, and this is Lightning. The park was built in 1997 in memory of my brother. He was killed in Dallas, Texas on October the 14th, 1997 by a drunk driver. One of his dreams in life was to go to Africa and see these animals running free. Since he died before that happened, when I signed the papers to shut his life support machine off, I promised him he would not die for no reason. Today I represent 139 other people from all over the world who have died or been killed, and their loved ones have came and built big cages in honor of somebody that they've lost. So we call this a living memorial park, because the animals get to live and honor people who passed away. Today we're the world's largest facility for tigers. We house 187 tigers here that you're going to get up close and personal today without any fences between you and their cages. We're going to put tigers in your lap, and you're going to feel the love and the bond of doing what I do every day of my life for just a few minutes in order to save these majestic creatures. Yeah, well, we work with a major university and some geneticists up in New York and Washington, and what we've been able to prove, is several things from different critics, is by taking DNA samples from different facilities, as like the white tigers, to prove that all of the hype and the crap on the internet about you have to inbreed in order to get white tigers. Well, we actually did a study with facilities and everything else with genes from everybody's white tigers and find out that absolutely none of them were related, to stop that kind of hype. Hey, give me some of that food. And it's the same way with hybrid animals. We've proved that genetically most big cats are the same animal, or they wouldn't be able to reproduce and produce offspring. We've proved that genetically a hybrid cat is genetically stronger than a purebred cat. So there's a lot of new ground broke here.
Recently just received another gift. We have the third set of little ligers in the United States. All three sets have actually been born here to these parents right here. This is Simba and Unicara.
That's her butt. See her tail right there?
Yeah, but what's right there?
That's her hip.
That's a...
Didn't take.
Skipped off.
Yep.
Fuck.
Need another one of that.
Got another dart with you?
No. Just go to the office. I'll walk you through it all in radio.
Okay.
It'd be nice if she'd just walk at it.
There you go.
A liger is where you have an African lion father and a liger female for a mom, which is produced a 3/4 lion and 1/4 tiger. Thank you, sweetie.
Hold her up to the camera.
Little girl.
Oh, my.
Look, there's 3 more in there.
She had 4.
4?
What's the baby number?
Little boy, world's second boy.
Come on, big boy.
Yeah.
Hit my head.
Little girl. Open your talent.
This one right here, a little bitty.
Ah, girl. Let me double check. Boy? What's that? Girl. 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 The very first liger of the world was actually born in a zoo in Russia. And they're approximately 6-7 months older than ours. And we're the first ones in America to have them. Actually, we're the only ones in America to have them. Because most people thought that ligers, which is 50% lion, 50% tiger, were all sterile, females and males. And we let one of our ligers grow up with an African lion, and lo and behold, she has had 4 litters already of ligers. So we're the only ones in the world with male ligers, and we're the only ones in America with ligers. You know, there's all kinds of critics out there that believe that you shouldn't crossbreed animals to get a different species. But, you know, I work with some of the top geneticists in the world in order to do what we do. And you sit and you try and explain all day long to people that, you know, they have this perception that Noah started all of the animal species with an ark, you know, and they don't realize that this is how we have species in the wild, is by animals crossbreeding, and they're discovering new species every day. Yep, there you go. That sounded like that broke. Yeah. The first 12 years of my life was growing up on a farm and farming and hauling irrigation pipe and working in the fields, you know. And then we went to Wyoming, and it was a little bit funner because we grew up to be, you know, in the mountains with the real wildlife and take a step back in time almost, you know, when you have to haul your water and milk your cows and shit like that. And then, you know, and then growing up there kind of opened up the true meaning of what nature really was, living in the mountains. It was incredible.
Big Sonny, you like being outside? Oh, pretty bird. Oh, pretty bird. Oh, pretty bird.
What? A storm's coming. A storm's coming in. Huh?
So you live with exotic animals in your house, and can you tell us about the first and what it's been like?
Headquarters to A1.
Go ahead.
I have a Miss Danya Craft here in the gift shop with some blackberry jam for you.
Okay, well, I'm shooting this film, so it'll be a few.
Roger that.
Now I'm shutting my radio off so we don't have to redo these sets every 5 minutes.
Okay. Don't worry about it. So, what are your folks like? What do you want to have your relationship with your parents and your...
Well, you know, they were farm people, you know, and they came from families of farm people, and you know, you were born to be a hired hand and not a kid, you know. So it was a lot of hard work and late nights and struggles, and you know, trying to make ends meet. And now that I'm older, I can pretty much relate to the same things of why, you know, mom and dad constantly in a bad mood and everything else with farming, because it's almost the same as the zoo business, you know. When you rely on crops in a field and it's either raining or it gets hailed on or whatever, your financial status just goes to shit in a handbasket, which adds tons of stress.
Just however many people in a group, or if they want to play with the baby, and they're wanting to possibly do the tour and then possibly have 20 people. I told them I would have to ask you a quote on price on that, and that I would call her a little bit closer to that time to verify how many people's coming to go from there. Good morning, GWZ. We're open 365 days a year. Rain or shine, sweetie.
It's really no different than the zoo business. You know, you don't have any customers when it's snowing. You don't have any customers when it's raining. You don't have any customers when it's too hot. So, as an adult now, I can pretty much see why mom and dad were always stressed out trying to make ends meet farming, because the weather played such a big part in our life when we were growing up.
Can you cut this?
Where you from?
Came up from Fort Worth.
Oh, really?
From Montana.
Raining,
from all over.
Raining down there this morning?
We stayed up here last night.
Oh, did you? Well, it rained like hell here last night.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had a great childhood. You know, we went on trips. We went Cheyenne Frontier days when we were little. You know, I just grew up in the days of bell bottoms and purple square pants. You know what I'm saying? And love beads. It was a whole different world than it is today. So, I would say I probably had a better childhood than most kids do today. Who's this? Your little brother?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Little sister.
He looks kind of ornery.
Your turn, Zochi.
Baby.
Oh, don't choke her.
Little baby.
You're a brutal little kid.
And it would be better to pay for a little one than it's up to you. Let's go ahead and circle this whole option.
There's always things that when we're kids, we always say, oh, I'll never be like that when we think about our folks. Are there any things that any experiences where you said, oh, I'll never be like that, but now you see it coming out?
Hey, you know, it was probably the verbal abuse, you know, of getting yelled at all the time when you were a kid. And you know, I don't have kids of my own, so I definitely broke that cycle. we're like an alien spaceship that landed in the middle of Mars, being gay as well. They really didn't take to being openly gay and coming in their backyard with all of this. But you know, over time, you know, with the community projects that we do, because we're open free for Christmas, we're open free for Thanksgiving, and we cook dinner, and we do children's programs, and we do a 10,000 egg Easter egg hunt for the community. And like this weekend is free Garvin County weekend where people get to come for free. And the residents and most of the business owners, you know, you always hear this thing of you can't buy respect, but you can, okay?
In the book of Ecclesiastes, bet you didn't know this, chapter 4, verse 32, it says, a person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. John and Joe and Travis will not easily be broken. And now we're going to do the expression of intent.
It kind of paved the way for a lot of our younger local people to finally not be stressed or ashamed of their lifestyle.
So have they communicated with you or expressed that to you?
You know, the first time that I had that experience was in Walmart. One of the employees that worked in the sound back there where they sell the games and everything came up to me and shook my hand one day, and I had no idea even who he was. He was like, I would like to congratulate you for paving the way for us younger people. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, and he says, because you're openly gay and we don't have to hide anymore. And I'm like, I didn't do anything besides just tell people who I am, you know, nothing special. But, you know, if it makes life easier for them, I'm glad, more power to them.
Do you seek to enter this ceremony?
We do.
Okay, and can we have the rings, please?
Jada.
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 Jada doesn't want to give rings away. She wants to keep the rings. That's because she wants to marry you guys.
So Oklahoma is probably would not have been my first choice, but since Mom and Dad were the ones who bought the property, and you know, the biggest thing about, one thing that my brother was adamant about was, because Gerald never left home. He always lived on the same property as my mom and dad with his wife and 2 kids. And his big thing was his parents were never going to end up in a nursing home. And now that they're 81 years old and Dad has Alzheimer's and dementia and my mom is starting to get confused, and now I'm actually starting to worry how I am going to take care of everything I've started and take care of them. But come hell or high water, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Hi, I'm Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, and if you got a sweet tooth for animals, have I got a product for you. Over 50 different kinds of Tiger King candy. If you love taffy, you have got to try some of this brand new sweet and sour taffy. And the lemon balls, they don't just melt in your mouth, they are delicious. Best-selling product today is chocolate-covered gummy bears, sold exclusively at TigerKing.com. There's products for adults and kids. The kids have got to try some of the mini rainbow frogs. Delicious. The sour balls have a taste that is out of this world. And if you're a health food nut, we have all kinds of healthy party mixes and trail nuts. Not only the best line of tasting candies, nuts, and trail mixes, 100% of the sales go to help rescue and rehomed animals. So get your candy today at ShopTigerKing.com.
The following program is rated M for mature. It may contain adult themes.
Yeah!
Intense violence.
Oh, yeah!
Strong language.
Oh, hell yeah!
And some animal nudity.
Roar!
Okay, people, stand by. 15 seconds to showtime.
Stand by, video one.
Video 1 is cued.
Let's get Joe on the set. Teleprompter is loaded. 7 seconds to the open.
Audio's hot.
Hold the show open.
Hey, I'm Joe Exotic, otherwise known as the Tiger King, the gay, gun-carrying redneck with a mullet. I built this place from the ground up. I started over 15 years ago with a deer and a mountain lion. I have over 180 big cats, 500 other exotic animals in my care. We have rescued over thousands of exotic animals, and I treat every one of them like they're my kids. Between taking care of all these animals and babysitting my employees, things can get a little crazy around here. Nope. Whatever. Josh, get it. Take your gun off. I recently turned the business end over to my other half, John Finley, who's been my partner for 10 years now. And he runs this place with his eyes closed from bed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Time to a fit. Let's get into a fit. Jerry, get him off baby.
I got him.
Get out of there.
Well, I am Travis Michael Maldonado. Some of the things I do around here at the GW Zoo, I take care of this wonderful lake property. I go ahead and take care of all the baby animals and animal control and people control.
My name's John Rickey. I'm the manager here at the GW Zoo. Poop in a bag, walk around on fake legs all day.
I see this ass busting coming real quick here.
There it is. On the wrong leg, but that's alright.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in and sending in all your pictures of you and your animals. We need to keep coming in. I'll put another post up tomorrow if you've got any new ones that we can use. We're about to run out. We've got about 2 or 3 days left, okay? But coming up next is your pictures of you loving your animals on Animals and Friends. Well, the problem with exotic animal owners is they spend all of their money on their animals, and they don't come from bankers and lawyers and such like that support the animal rights so-called organizations. They can afford to hire $200,000 a year lobbyists, to sit in Congress or the Senate or the House or whatever they need to in order to push a bill. So that's where the live television show comes in so handy, is because we can educate not only the general public who vote for these lawmakers, we can educate the lawmakers by watching the show about the laws and about what's really going on out here, and how well people take care of their animals. And that's why we get so many people involved with our friends and animal videos, is to show, people love hamsters, and people love goats, and people love tigers, and people love elephants. And animals are not going to go away, so they need to be educated about the truth, of how well people that are responsible take care of their animals. Granted, there's some people out there that are not responsible, but I think I've seen probably at least 10 families today that weren't responsible for their kids that come through the zoo. Boy!
613, there's a way to circle that one.
So it's an educational process to not only educate the lawmakers, but we educate the public as well. How you doing?
Good, Jade. How are
Good,
you?
good, good.
Good. Go away.
Just a homeless turkey needs a friend. Damn, it's cold in here. And this is our little specialty gift shop. You can get all the skincare, underwear, condoms, wine. You can get drunk, have nice hands, and have sex. And you know you would look good in a pair of them. You know, marketing and entrepreneuring is something that I was just born with a gift, okay? And when you private label stuff, the easiest way and the only way that you can be as successful as selling stuff as I do is, A, you have to have the personality, okay, to be on that label, because anybody can take a picture and put it on that label, but you got to mean something, okay? And you got to have fun with the people while you're selling it, all right? And that's why at the beginning of every show I throw condoms, okay? Dad, business card. There you go, Chief. Mom? Save the planet. Because it breaks the ice, it makes people have fun, and you know, and they use them. They're actually real condoms. It doesn't matter how good you can sing or how famous you are. I'm on more nightstands than anybody in the world. Bet on it. Okay. So when I started marketing myself on the labels of candy and my own skin cream, I developed this with absolutely no animal testing, no animal byproducts, and no products from the rainforest. So this is completely all natural, animal-free skincare products, and it sells on the internet like mad because it's great. I mean, I'm 52. Look at me. And you know, and I go on to, I have my own honey that's processed from our own bees, down to our own private labeled treats to feed the animals here at the zoo, and nearly 50 different lines of candy, down to underwear. There's not a guy in the world that doesn't go to Sears or JCPenney's or Kmart or Walmart or anywhere else, and you stand and you look at the underwear package and you're thinking, God, I wished I looked that good in those underwear. Right? Right? So we specialized in the package to make the underwear very attractive, all the way to the shiny red ones that look like Magic Mike on TV, okay? And down to the Tarzan Wonder Thong. And the funny thing is people won't walk out of here buying underwear. They buy them online, so people don't know they're buying underwear. We started just this last fall with this thing called It's a Joe Exotic thing, you know, you wouldn't understand. And it's kind of like the world is kind of going a little Joe Exotic crazy. You know, I sell tons of this stuff. And unfortunately, my biggest fan club is like single women over 50. which is cool, okay? But, you know, I'm gay. Where's all the young guys, okay? and the buff guys? But I have fun with all of my straight lady fans.
So is this just the tip of the iceberg? Is there a kinky Joe Exotic somewhere out there that we don't?
Well, there's a real kinky Joe Exotic. Bet your ass. When I was a police chief for this little town in the suburb of Dallas, the fire department needed to raise money to buy a new fire truck, and hell yeah, Joe went and stripped at the bar to raise money for a fire truck, you know, yeah, as a police chief. And back in 1982, you know, I caught hell for that, but we did it, you know. And I have some future business ideas that I want to do. Somebody just beat me to tallywhackers. I wanted to open up a restaurant like Hooters, except with men, and they beat me to it. So I got a nightclub idea that we're going to toss around and see if we can't come up with a co-ed strip club. Put a little honey on it. Strap on a condom.
A little sand.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to create my own line of lube. Okay. And I wanted the kind with xylocaine in it for beginners, so it would numb it. Okay. And then I wanted to put a little bit of sand in one for the S&M people, so it's a little grindy. Okay. And then you put Preparation H in some for the old people, so it would tighten it up a little bit, and you could have had a whole line of lube, dude. I had it all planned out, and somebody beat me to it. And I was going to use pump sprays, so you didn't get your hands all shitty. You could just go.
You just pump, pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Instead of
And somebody already came out with pump spray lube. I was so pissed off. Whatever pays the bills in order to help save the animals. It takes some unique marketing to go to this extreme. But it's about having fun, and it's about marketing. But, you know, you will never be able to pull off a private label without having the attitude to go with it. All right, we're going to have some fun today, okay? All right. Most of y'all go to a circus. Why? Why do you go to a circus? To see the guy get killed in the cage. All right. With it raining today and a little bit of clouds, they're going to be kind of active. So today might be that day. Got a couple of rules in order to keep everybody safe, okay? Because we're going to get a little baby tiger out. Once you put a little baby tiger, baby kangaroo, baby camel, we're going to put you in a cage with full-grown wolves. So if you have a cell phone, I need you to shut it off. So that way if there's an animal in your lap, it doesn't ring or vibrate and startle them and scare them, okay? Somebody gets scratched or bit, and then the lawmakers want to make this illegal next year, and our lives will suck worse than they suck now.
My name's Sat. Got here around 2012, beginning of there. And what drew me to it was just the animals got out of the army, wanted something to do in that, in that field. So.
You were in the army?
Yeah, United States Army.
Really? Yeah. What was your MOS?
89 Delta, explosive ordnance disposal. Yeah. So. Yeah, and then came back to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, to transition out, and that's like maybe an hour from here. So. Found this place, never left. Yeah.
Now the tiger that we had this accident with is still in, we moved to the back.
The Big Cat crew was the first crew that I started working on. And then, you move around the park as needed. But I've always been Big Cat crew. Yeah. From the beginning.
And we've left it completely empty until everybody's investigations are over.
We're just trying to move, it was just a typical day, just trying to move a cat from his main, primary cage to his call them catch pens. It's where they stay just for the, 5-10 minutes you're cleaning the cage. And I just made the mistake of being complacent, I knew better, I messed up. So, used my hand instead of the tools. The tigers are tigers.
Okay, and you're supposed to hook that door to pull that door open so the cat can get in. And then they have the cables to pull the door shut, and then they have these to slide in, and they're never supposed to put their hand in there. She didn't use the hook, And when the cat was in this cage right here, she stuck her hand in here to push the door shut.
Okay.
And it got her.
So she didn't just pull the
Dude,
wire,
I
she
don't
stuck
know.
her hand through it?
Yeah.
I mean, I never really left, you know. I'm always here 100%. It's something you commit to. And once you commit, there's no giving that up, you know. But because I'm not 100% able to physically do it every single day, I just kind of stepped away, let him take the reins on it like he always does. And whenever he needs me, he calls. I'll be here.
And she's working today. She'll be happy to tell you that she fucked up. When I got here, it was nothing but bones sticking out. And
So she had brought the cat in.
Yeah.
He or she
Locked him.
was in, and then she reached
Locked him in there.
Is the cat still here?
It's in the back. They made us quarantine it. The health department did.
So you're still working?
Yeah, I'm committed 100%, yeah. Anytime he needs me, he knows I'll go.
She had been here almost a year. She still is my best worker. Yeah. Everybody scrutinized me, said that I should have fired her, and I'm like, dude, I mean, what better safety person can you get to teach the future people than somebody that fucked up, you know?
I grew up in Hawaii. I've always wanted one. You can't have one in Hawaii. But, I mean, just the interest never went away. To have one, to work with one, you know, and then you come here and you get to do it every day. So, it's like a dream come true, really.
So when you first got here, what was your first impression of Joe and the company?
Joe? I don't think there is such a thing as a first impression of Joe, you know? You just take him as he comes. And, I mean, our relationship has pretty much kind of hardened, you know, since the time we met. We've known each other for a little bit now. When you go through so much with one person, you have no choice but to bond with them. So.
You know, I grew up in a totally different era. I grew up in a family where you were basically born to be a hired hand, to live on a farm. You never heard the parents say, "I love you," because that was just wasn't taught in your household back in the 60s. Okay? Come here, Bubba. This is a tiger that's on all the promotional material with me. Come here, you sexy tiger! What? Don't do that. What are you doing? What are you doing, you sexiness? My philosophy is, you know, especially with working, being sick, and you know, the manager of the park who runs this park has no legs, you know, and he goes to the bathroom in a colostomy bag and he tube self-casts to urinate. And this morning, a 26-year-old calls in with a bellyache.
Maybe somebody who we have had a little while that doesn't have a sponsor.
Go in the hospital. Piece of shit. So, unfortunately, my ethics is, you know, as long as I'm here and you're getting paid and I'm not, by God, you're gonna pull your weight and work your schedule. You're gonna pack and leave, you know.
Alex,
Okay, that's how to feed the babies.
got one for that.
The camel, you get stuck with everything, man.
I know.
Teach somebody.
I was gonna say
My name's Eric Cowie. I'm a cat crew supervisor out here at the GW Zoo. Been out here for going on about a year and a half, close to that. Takes a while to get used to stuff, get used to cats and stuff. Basically, day to day, all I do is get a plan set with Joe and Rinky in the mornings, and I work off that plan. Normally, if I have a full crew, I can clean every single cage that I'm responsible for in front of the park or the back of the park in less than a day. I place all the foods down. I inspect the cages after they've been cleaned, make sure everything's been done properly. Crawl up inside the houses, making sure their straw's not all nasty and stuff like that. Make sure there's no loose wiring coming out of the cages. They're not crawling through the cages, beating up other cats. Checking on the condition of the cats as well. Every day you go lay eyes on every single one of them, make sure they're fine. Also deal with the bears, feed those guys on a day-to-day basis. The only difference between them and the cats is like I kind of pay attention to what kind of food we're picking up the next day, so we don't continuously feed them the same stuff every day. They're kind of like us. They want to change the diet.
Thank you. How's the food? Best burger you'll ever eat. The man can make a burger. That's for sure.
Do you handpick all those people, or do you have somebody that does that?
Actually, we lease this out.
Oh, okay.
And there used to be a little cafe in Paoli, Oklahoma, and they closed it down, and that's who leases this out, is that restaurant.
Cool, okay.
So I don't have to fool with any of that.
Well, that's nice.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's bad enough that I'm 4 people short today.
What happened with that?
Well, the actual president of the park didn't even show up today. Won't answer his phone. Rinky is in Texas today with his family, and then 2 called in sick, which makes it, no matter how bad Joe feels, Joe still has to do this. And that's what I get stuck with every day. So, if you follow the directions of my staff, we can make sure that you stay safe and you have the time of your life, because your tour begins now. Kid'll never be the same.
If you guys like to continue, head right down this way.
So what we want you to do is get your picture taken with this little miniature horse, and then they're going to give you a wafer. It kind of smells like bananas and tastes like Captain Crunch. We don't want you to lose it, because you're going to need it to French kiss that big ugly camel. Alright, while they're waiting on the camera guy here, a little bit about camels. Camels are very unique animals. This is a trotter camel. He has 1 humpback, and camels have 2 humps. Some unique factors about camels is they have 3 sets of eyelashes that twinkle at different times, keep sand out of their eyes, and going through the desert. Camels are all about their respiratory system and their urinary tract system. Camels are one of the very unique animals on our planet that have their urinary tract system put on backwards, which means that his penis is literally put on backwards. And the reason for that is because the only way that a camel can sweat or release his body heat is to urinate on his back legs. So every time you see a camel, they got nasty back legs from peeing on their back legs. Every once in a while, you guys peeing in the dark when you wake up in the middle of the night, you relate to that. Why Oklahoma? I ask myself that every day. Okay, first up, sweetie, come here. Put that right between your lips.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got to. There you go. Ain't gonna hurt you. Step up here real close. Get that camel up, kids. All right, go check out the monkeys over there. and now it's, you know, it's so big, and it's to the point that you couldn't pick up and move it somewhere else, like I would love to, because Oklahoma is so tough, you know. One day you have tornadoes, the next day it's hot, the next day it's cold. You have no spring, you have no fall here. It goes from 110 to 50. It's so hard.
Come on, Mom. I know you kiss worse. Get up here. There you go. It's like kissing a dry octopus. Get up here. Ready? Big old Harry. Put it back from your lips. Step up real close. There you go. Go ahead. We got your picture. That's what we're after. Come on, sweetie.
And then you've got the chiggers and the fleas and the ticks and all of these cedar trees. Oklahoma is just covered in cedar trees. And cedar trees just bring ticks so bad. And then you have to worry about grass fires with the cedar trees because they're like gasoline bombs when a cedar tree catches on fire.
Right between your lips, up there. Come on. Get real close. Get real close. Come on, Dad. Look there. He's all hairy there, Cletus. Come on, sweetie. Come on, Mom. Once you kiss this camera, you'll never go back to Pop. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Get up here. He likes to kiss them boys. Come on. Come on. Up here.
You know, Oklahoma's kind of a funny little state, you know. We moved in here and bought the property and built the zoo, you know, in a small community where, you know, the whole town is known by 3 last names, you know.
So, they like to confuse you with inbreeding. Inbreeding is a bad thing. It's where you take and breed brother, father, mother, daughter, sister together in order to have babies and make money, okay? People do that with tigers. Unfortunately, that's a very bad thing. So you get the cross eyes, the cleft palates, and all that stuff. If you don't understand what inbreeding is, when you're done playing at the zoo today, take a trip into Lindywood to the Easy Mart and check that out. Okay?
So we went through OU moved into our community and changed our little lifestyle here, you know, by bringing in the zoo and bringing in all these people from out of town and everything else. And there was a little bit of jealousy and a whole lot of animosity at first. People did not welcome us with open arms. Now that you dump millions into the economy, you know, we buy everything at the local lumber yards, we buy everything at the local restaurants and the local grocery stores, and now that there's money being dropped into the local economy, they put up with you. I still wouldn't say that they welcome you. They put up with you. Where y'all from?
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I moved here from Arlington. I wish I'd have never done it. Yeah, let's go fast, because I'm going to smoke in front of your kids. Watch this line. This is my buddy. Yeah. Avery! Avery! Come here, Abe. Come here, see Dad. Come here, see Dad, honey. What's the matter? What's the matter? The flies all over you? Huh? What? What? Talk to me. What? Talk. Ooh. Ooh. Who you watching over there? Huh? They're not gonna get no attention. You got it all. You got it all. You got it all. You got it all, pumpkin. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What? What? Oh, now he's mad. Now he's jealous. What? Get away from my dad. Huh. Say, get away from my dad. What?
So, Jared, how long have you raised these cats?
I've been with that one, these four right here for almost 8 years. You're fixing to get pissed on. little low there, buddy. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. I'm going to tell you a quick story, okay? How many of you have ever heard the story about Boondigger and Milo, the African lion that lives with the wiener dogs? Okay? Well, about 6 years ago, we went to Mulvane, Kansas and rescued 13 tigers and lions. They were so skinny and very malnourished when we got them here, one of the female lionesses, you would have never believed she was pregnant. About 30 days after she came in, she gave birth to one little baby male lion that we named Boondigger. Unfortunately, he was born with metabolic bone disease, and his front legs were froze like this, and he couldn't get up off the ground. But at the same time, we had a litter of wiener dog puppies in the house. There were 4 of them, and they were 2 weeks old. As the wiener dog puppies started growing up inside the house there, they started getting this little crippled family thing going on. It was pretty strange at the same time. 3 years after they came into the house and they all started growing up together, John Rinke kept massaging that lion's legs to the point that he got them to straighten out, and he can walk on all 4 legs today. And today we're going to give you a special treat, ladies and gentlemen. They have 12 million plus fans out there worldwide on YouTube, and we're going to give you the treat to meet them live in person today, the world's famous Boondigger and Milo.
My name is John Rinke. I'm the Director of Operations Manager here at the Garrow Wing Interactive Zoological Park. I just pretty much do a lot of babysitting and care of the animals. Shut up!
What are you doing in here?
So how did he get that relationship with that lion?
Well, the lion was born crippled, and he raised him and massaged his legs and kept him on a diet and grew up and just formed that bond. It's pretty crazy. It's even crazier to watch him work in there, because oh my God, that lion just rolls him around and with no legs. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
I'm fixing to get my ass whooped.
You want this one too?
Yeah. The only problem is he's a little bit shorter than a normal lion should be because of his disease when he was little. But the coolest thing is 6 years later, he still continues to live in my front yard with 4 wiener dogs. My life really sucks. If you really want to think about it. You know, and you're going to spend some time in my house tonight and see what I go through. But, you know, my day starts normally at 6 o'clock in the morning with feeding babies of whatever kind. Whether it's, I just got a grizzly bear out of my house. You know, now I've got ligers in my house and baby tigers in my house. I just moved a kangaroo out of my house. We've been through the phase of 92 squirrels on a bottle at one time. And dude, that was pathetic today. Picnic tables are so dirty that the flies were just eating the people alive. But other than that, I would say, considering we are short people, we pulled this off. You know, John screwed us over on the car show. Rinke's not here. William's got a tummy ache. And we had a good day. So, go home and let's try it again tomorrow. Night.
No, bud.
Night, sir.
We got new babies.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, that's all we need is fucking more raccoons. Am I nuts? God, I must be. Because the abuse and the hours and the sacrifice that I give up for this is phenomenally crazy. I work 16, 18-hour days. I'm up at 6. I will go to bed past 1 o'clock tonight. I have a full-grown tiger and a full-grown lion in my front yard with 4 wiener dogs and 7 tigers and 1 lion inside my house with another wiener dog. And you never escape this. You go home to it, you live it, you breathe it, and you give up. Give up your own soul for this. I have, in 16 years, not been to a funeral of my own family. I have not been to a wedding, a reunion. I have not seen any of my nieces or nephews born. I live with a checkbook that's $16,000 overdrawn. And people think that you do this to exploit and get rich from animals. And they don't get it. This whole world doesn't get why I do this.
About a dozen years ago, just a young man on the road, full of hope and full of life, 2 young boys and a pretty wife. When the drunk took everything, all so senseless like a dream, takes a fool to drink and drive as the water fills my eyes. GW and me, all that's left are memories. You're my brother and my friend, and I loved you till the end. There was a promise given you, and I swear I'll see it through. I take the lion from the cage, let it all be in your name. This work of love I have to share, seems like somehow that you're still here. 'Cause I know you're looking down, and I hope I made you proud. GW and me, all that's left are memories. You're my brother, you're my friend, and I loved you till the end.
I promised him he wouldn't die for no reason. And I wanted the world to know what a great guy he was. So, me and my mom and dad bought this place and started building it in his memory.
GW and me, all that's left are memories. You're my brother, you're my friend, and I loved you to the end. GW and me, all that's left are memories. You're my brother, you're my friend, and I loved you till the end. foundation in the Oklahoma nation. Put my heart and soul in this zoo, and it's all because of you. GW Foundation in the Oklahoma nation. Hey bro, I gotta run. See you soon, we'll have some fun. Have some fun.
I use music as an escape because it's fun and I can express myself. But I have 18 people that lives depend on me every day, whether it's to be their friend or to be up their ass because they're being in a dangerous position. But I have over 200 people a day that's lives are on my shoulders in case one of these people fuck up and let a tiger out while we're open, or a chimpanzee, or some other animal. And, you know, people don't sit back and look at the big picture of it's a hell of a responsibility to have a family of 5 people get killed at your place, you know? Or just like when Saf lost her arm that day, everybody quit and went on and got a new life. And Joe had to be on every live news station in the world mopping up the mess and explaining why someone broke a protocol and stuck her arm in a cage and lost her arm. Everybody else gets to go get a new life. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter where I go. It's on the internet, it's in the news, it's on inspection reports, and everybody can twist it and word it the way they want to make their story, you know? And I've done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing. But I'm the one that has that black cloud over me the rest of my life, while everyone else went and got a new one. Believe it or not, I don't have anybody that is that close to me. I have people who are dedicated, who have worked beside me for 9-10 years. You know, I have my significant other that's been with me for several years, but I don't let anybody close to me. And when you deal with and you have dealt with as much death as I have, whether it's my brother, my ex-husband died here, the animals that you fall in love with, you build this wall, and the only thing in my wall is my animals, because they have to be inside my wall to be safe. But I don't let anyone close to me because it's easier not to when they die. the love that you get from these animals, and it's a magical thing. We have full-grown lions living with wiener dogs, and you have chickens laying next to the tiger cages. Somehow they all know that this is a safe haven, and it's a place that they can all share.
My name is Mark Thompson. I'm a manager in training. My day starts off with morning meeting. Then in the morning meeting we determine what our chores are going to be. Carry a Beretta 9mm.
Why do I carry guns? I carry a gun for the simple fact that the animal rights people are so crazy that they crawl in the park in the middle of the night to poison the animals because they believe they're better off dead than in a cage. A few months back, they poisoned my chimpanzees, just like the music video. They're all buried behind this waterfall over here. And then in March, they came in and blew up our alligator house, killing all of our alligators and burning down the ground. Okay? So between the hours of 7 o'clock at night and 8 o'clock in the morning, climb my fences while I'm here, and I will cap you in the ass. And that's just how it's going to happen, okay?
Just investigating some animal rights issues that we believe might be happening.
Okay.
That's all.
And you work for PETA?
I don't work for anybody right now.
You have ID with you?
I do.
What happened was somebody called him on a phone, and he handed his phone to one of my employees, and they threatened him with the cops.
Cops
So we called the cops. You know, probably one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life is putting my face on billboards to brand the zoo with. My name is Joe Exotic, and I'm the caretaker for the largest private rescue zoo in the entire world. Here at the GW Zoo, we care for hundreds of abused and misplaced animals and give the public an unbelievable access to see and learn about these beautiful creatures. I hate PETA, the Humane Society, and any other hypocrite that tells lies about these animals to profit for themselves and ruin others' reputations in the process. I love these animals, and I'm here to expose the truth. In the early morning hours, on March 26, 2015, an arsonist struck the Gerald Wayne Interactive Zoological Foundation, burning down the only alligator facility we had, along with 7 alligators that belonged to Michael Jackson, burning them alive and killing all but one. We obtained some of the security footage from some of the security cameras around the park of one of the suspects. We're offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and the conviction of either this suspect or the people that were involved in the arson fire on March the 26th. If, in fact, it is tied to any animal rights organization or any other animal facility, we are going to double that reward to $20,000 to information leading to the arrest of the person or persons involved in this arson fire that killed the alligators and burned down the Joe Exotic TV studio. I've lost a lot. I've lost relationships. I've lost family members, and I think that the hardest part to deal with, especially this last fire that we had where they blew up the animals, is I think the greatest sacrifice for the animals that they had to take, whether it was my chimpanzees being poisoned or my tigers being poisoned or my alligators being burned alive. I think the animals took a bigger sacrifice because people had made me a target and the animals have paid the price. There's no other option. There's really not. People ask me all the time, you know, this is cool. I would love to be you. I have built my own prison. I am literally in my own prison. So, might as well enjoy it because I ain't going anywhere. You know? I can't get out. I ain't got a bail bondsman to get me out of this prison. So, you got to make the best of it. And that's my attitude I go to bed with, and that's my attitude I get up with, is, you know, nobody else is going to do it. So I got to.
Tell all the hunters to lay down their guns. Tell them that the tiger needs a little bit of love. Let them run the jungle, let them roam their land. Then stand back and marvel, what a beautiful cat. 'Cause I saw a tiger, now I understand. I saw a tiger, tiger saw a man.
You know, when you're a performer, you have to be in the mood, first of all. And it may go weeks at a time, months at a time, of working the zoo and working with animals, and you know, going through being ill and being in the hospital. I haven't done a whole lot this year. I've only done two music videos this year, and I'm behind on 5. But I use my music as an escape from reality. And when I'm in the mood, and I could wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and make my film crew do a music video that same day because the mood just hits you.
I'm pumping iron and I'm looking nice. Got a tattoo on my shoulder and I'm melting nice. Women wanna love me and they call out my name. I ain't no candle, I'm a red hot flame. I'm a pretty woman lover, I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky, have a man like me. I'm a pretty woman lover, I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky, have a man like me. Yeah. Come on, baby.
I've been friends with Joe for a while, and he's such an easy target that he's just an easy target for people to just criticize and critique and not know anything that's really going on. And it's like he constantly has to deal with bull crap.
Hi, this is Rachel.
Ooh, son of a bitch just bit me! The music side is my fun side and my escape side. Because the zoo side is so serious, and it's so much weight to carry on your shoulders, making sure people stay alive and the animals are healthy and the inspectors are happy and everything else. And the music is a way that I express myself, and I tell my stories through music, and I have fun with it.
I'm a pretty woman lover, I'm an ugly woman's dream. Good love and daddy gonna make you scream. Yeah, come on. I'll make you scream, baby.
You couldn't love me without loving these animals. I don't go anywhere. I live this, I breathe this, and I fight for this. And if you aren't into this, you aren't into me.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's a lot of work. It's long hours. Sometimes it seems like it's never gonna end. But for them, this is their entire world, and you are their entire world keeper. And you've got to keep that in mind whenever you're doing anything on this farm.
These animals know more about you than you know about yourself. And if you walk into that cage with the slightest little insecurity, you're theirs.
Yeah, you can tell from your first 15 minutes in a cage whether or not you're going to make it. I can tell from the first 15 minutes in the cage whether or not you're going to make it. But yeah, it's about having enough passion for the animal, you know, to make sure that you put him first because he can't do it for himself. If you don't have that, if this is a 9 to 5 to you, then you don't belong here, period, you know?
You know, we try and use Bundigger and Milo as an example, the lion and the wiener dog. They're 6 years old, they grew up together, and a 5-pound wiener dog is living with a 400-pound lion, okay? It doesn't matter what color you are, how old you are, what sex you are, what preference you have, or anything else. We should get along in this world and try and make this world a better place because a lion and a wiener dog can. Why can't we? The government says if I put them on exhibit, the lion's not acceptable to live with the wiener dog, so we got to split them up. So we can't use them as an educational tool, and we can't show the world, look, a lion and a wiener dog gets along, so why can't this black guy and this white guy get along? Because our government won't let us. They racially divide us on purpose, and that is to keep us constantly at a turmoil, so they've got control of us. And it's just crazy.
If I didn't have their support, I don't think I would have been as confident in myself being able to come back and jump right back into it. Rinky, obviously, being an amputee himself, he was everything at the time. Anyone can tell you you can do it, you can overcome this, but for someone to actually show you that you can do it, that's everything.
You know you only got 2 appendages left, right?
They're replaceable. I learned that.
You can replace them. When you miss that moment and I get back from the hospital, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
So yeah, he helped me through a lot with my amputation, and then just a lot of will and dedication, you know.
Love what I do. I'm spoiled, ruined, nothing else I can be able to do. That I'll be able to do again. I love Joe, I love the park, I love Rink. I'd do anything for these guys, and I think they know that by now. I hope so. Anyways, it's not even an occupation anymore. It's just what I do. This is a day-to-day thing. Work 7 days a week. I love it.
You can't even explain where the connection comes from. You know, is it magical? Is it a gift from God? Or do you believe in reincarnation? You know, until you see it and you live it, I have people that have worked here for 9 years, 10 years, that can't walk into a tiger cage with 3 full-grown tigers like I can. You know, the tigers that don't feel secure with the bars gone, I can still reach in with both arms and love them, and I can check their teeth, I can do stool samples, I can do everything through the cage. Why me? I don't know. You know? Some days I ask myself that. You know, why can I get away with what no normal person can get away with? It definitely ain't for money, and it definitely ain't for to show off and exploit the animals. All I can say is I was born with a gift that I have finally found a way to use, and unfortunately, until you are here and you see it and you hear it, you'll never understand it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is that long documentary for tonight. So, you know, get on social media and start fighting. That's the only way you can do it. It's the only way we're going to win. It's the only way we're going to take our rights back, is to bring awareness to everybody that owns a cow, a dog, a chicken, a pig, a sheep. They go rodeoing, they go fishing, they go hunting, whatever. All right? We're going to have to reach out past the exotic animal world. I've been doing this since 2006 now, and we still have the same small group of fighters that we've always had. So it's time to forget the rest of them and get out there on social media and let's find some new friends. I'll see you tomorrow night here on JoeExotic.tv at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Remember my motto, I love each and every one of you, but if you ever attack me, expect me to unwrath hell upon you. I'll see you tomorrow night.